Hey loves, and welcome back to Life with CheKesha. It is your girl, and today I will be doing a planner related video. And in this video I will be showing you some of the changes that I have made for the month of April and a flip through of what I'm using, and as well as some freebies that I am now offering on my Instagram page. So if this video sounds like it's interesting to you, keep watching. Alright love, so before we get into today's video, you already know I want to welcome back all of my subscribers. Thank you for coming back to watching another video. And to all of my planner babes, thanks for rocking with your girl. And if this is your first time tuning in, do me a big favor and drop me a purple heart in the comments box. That way I know that you're new and I can meet and greet with you down in the comments section. And as well, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you'll never miss any of my videos or shorts that I've been posting here lately on this channel. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. So I normally don't do flip throughs, but because I am so in love with my personal rings, I never thought I would say those words, because y'all know your girl is a mini HP disc bound girl. But I don't know, you know how us planner babes do. We be switching things up, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. So I want to show you some of the items that I currently have in here. Some things I've customized myself by using Canva, and one of the items I am offering as a freebie. So if you're following me on Instagram, you can go ahead over there after you watch this video, or you can pause it and then come back. But I want to share those with you, and I will be doing some freebies every month as much as possible. So let's go ahead and get into this flip through. All right, so I'm not going to really talk about the things that I showed you in my initial flip through of this planner. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave a card up in the top. That way you can click on it and check that video out to see what my initial setup looked like. But I'm just going to just flip through, and as I get to some of the newer things, I will point them out. Some stuff I can't remember if I shared with you, so if I do repeat them, I do apologize. And this is a dashboard that I made using Canva. I just looked up flower images, found this. I changed the filtering on this to kind of make it look a little more aged, I guess you can say. And then I just used a template, and I put LOREZ and CheKesha established to 2017, the year we got married. I thought that was a nice little fixture. And I'm really loving these Vellum divider tabs that I created created using my silhouette. In my monthly section, I do have this 2022 dashboard that I created myself with this dashboard behind it. So this is new, the monthly inserts that I currently have in here, along with the Vellum. I just found some Vellum again that I thought would match this color palette that I'm trying to stick with. I wanted to have very neutral browns, rosy colors that went with this Gia leather. So again, I just typed in florals, and all of the inserts that you will see that are on Vellum, except for one, all came up just by typing in florals when I looked under the photo option of Canva. So these are my April inserts. Now what I did create the cover. The covers did not come with these monthly inserts, just so you can be aware. So if you went to purchase these monthlies, I don't want you to think that that comes on there. I just did this myself. So I put the month with the year on all of the inserts, and I'm going to show you, and I keep saying March setup, I mean April. April came so fast. I'm still living in March, you guys. So please excuse me for that. And the title does indicate that it's an April flip through. So this is my April setup, nothing fancy. But these inserts are super cute, and I'll leave the name to the shop in the description box. And I just wanted to have something that was very minimal. And again, just matching the aesthetic of this planner. So this is what the inserts look like plain. I love the box shapes. I love that it gives me lines at the bottom to be able to write what I need to write. And I can still use like some small deco items in here, washi or what have you, if I want to decorate. I may do decorate with me for my May. I don't know, because I really don't, to be honest, I really don't use my monthlies as most people do. I just like to have them so I can have the dates here so I can look at when I need to go to my planner. And I'm just going to just flip through so you can see all of the Vellum dashboards that I've layered over top of the monthly view section, just so you can see those new things that I've added. I really like this one for July. Just a little small bouquet with a coffee cup and a keyboard right there. I don't know how well you can see that. But I wanted it to be very thin. And this vellum has like a smoke color tint to it, but it's really thin. The other vellum that I typically use, let me see if I can go back to that. So this vellum that I typically use is a heavier cardstock. But because it is heavier, it tends to bulk up the planners, and as well, sometimes you don't get to see through as clearly as you could on a thinner vellum. So just keep that in mind when you are using vellums to create layering effects. The thicker the cardstock, the less you're going to be able to actually see what you're layering behind it. And then also, if you don't want to bulk up your planner and take up so much space just by the decorative pieces, use the thinner vellum to do that for you. Because I've noticed when I use the thicker vellum, it's kind of like, okay, it's a little chunky here. September, I'm really loving this floral pattern. You may see this again, maybe on an upcoming freebie. October, really pretty lilies right here. I love that pink. November, I decided to go for a little bit darker because we're getting into those winter months with the bouquet of flowers in a glass vase. And then December, I just decided to go with this with like the white florals because winter white. So those are all of the vellum dashboard layering pieces that I have over my monthly. So for the freebie for April, not March, I did create this freebie here in which you can either print it to whatever size that you want. You can use it on your devices. One of my planner friends, Shay Budgets, she actually downloaded this and put it on her iPad because she uses her iPad for everything, and she uses it, I think it's like her wallpaper, and it looks really, really pretty. So if you don't want to print it, you can definitely use it as a digital. And then of course this is something that I already had in here. My dailies, I can't remember if I showed you all these dailies or not, but I am in love with these dailies. I really don't do a lot of deco again. I've kind of strayed away from that super decorative because what I realized, the more emphasis I put on decorating my planners, the less time I spend on actually writing out the things that I want. So what I typically do is add little stickers or washi or icon stickers throughout the week, you know, if I have time. But I'm going to always use my daily or my weekdays because it doesn't have any, it's undated, which I love because not every day I use my dailies. Like as you can see, I have Wednesday, Thursday, and I skip Friday and I put Saturday. And these are super, super cute and very minimal. The next section, and this is my scheduling section. The next section, I still have my appointments, in which I love this. Keeps me on task. My finance section, I have added some things. I do have this piece of vellum on top. It's a thin piece. I love this. You'll probably be seeing this again, maybe as a freebie. But look how pretty this is. And I put it over here just because it kind of leaves gives a little privacy. But I've added some paycheck weekly check-in inserts from Nora's Cove. And because I'm trying to be super intentional on my spending, and I've been following the organized money, some of the tips that she's been giving, you know, whatever planners you have, you want to make sure that your finances are in every planner that you have. It may seem much, but you know that whole thing is the more you see it, the more you'll remember it, and the more you remember it, the more you'll start to live it, and the more you live it, it's going to become just a regular everyday thing. So this has really helped me because it allows me to see, like, look, this is what your projected income is going to be for the week. These are the amount of bills. And then what I do is once my bills are paid, then whatever extra I will put towards my debts, in which I have a snowball method that I use here, then my sinking funds, and then my cash envelopes. And I'm doing more of a digital. I have a bank card that I use through Credit Karma that I'm going to be using to put the money that I'm going to be using towards my digital cash envelopes. So these came from Nora's Cove. The next inserts that I have are my monthly bill trackers, and these ones, I've had them for a while. I cannot remember. I think they came from Roha. I always mess up the name, but if I can think about it, I will again leave all the links to the inserts that I have in here. That way you can just reference. I'll put bill tracker from that shop, dailies from this shop, monthlies from this shop. That way you'll know exactly. The next ones that I have are my spending trackers, which are necessary. So these are from Nora's Cove as well. And I just list what I spend every time I spend. This again is very helpful if you're trying to be mindful of your spending. Let me take a sip of my coffee while I think about that. Cause listen, I've done good so far this month. I've only made one purchase that I didn't budget for, but it's a necessary budget. It's a necessary item, couple of items that I need. But that will go towards one of my digital envelope things that I'm trying to create. My digital envelopes, what I was talking about here on my paycheck to paycheck, I'm going to have a self-care one, which will be funds that I will use for my nails, my pedicures, when I get, waxed. Then I'm going to have a fun money, which will be monies that I would use when I go out to eat with my girlfriends or just going out doing something fun for myself. And then miscellaneous, and that would be for the purchasing of any things that I need to purchase related to my channel. And I really don't have a budget for my business per se, because that's something totally separate, but I will be working on that anyway. So the spending part is really, really good because you can see what you be spending. And when you look and you see how that $10 Starbucks and that $5 Panera or that $10 Five and Below, how those little things add up, and you're like, maybe I need to hold back. So seeing your bad spending habits in your face definitely helps. So that's why I also got that in my finance. Now I do have an actual budget section in my digital planner, and I actually have a full-on budget planner that I just created, and I'll let you kind of see what it looks like. So this is, you've probably seen this dashboard, this planner before. It is disc-bound, so I do have a disc-bound planner. So I have this in here, and this stays home, but this is where I put everything, my expenses, my income, my debt, my savings. So this has all the components of my budgeting, but this has the things that I need to see daily. So when you're building your planners and you're trying to make a more functional on-the-go planner, put the things that you need to see daily versus monthly, because that kind of breaks down, kind of eliminates the bulk in your planners. You try to put your whole budget planner, your whole business planner, like just put the daily items in your everyday carry. That's my little tip for today. The next section is my list, pretty much the same. the checklist, things like that. The one thing that I need to go ahead and start filling out now that my plants are doing really well is this here. I was going to list the name of each plant that I had, and for the ones that I can remember the year, that way I can kind of see how they are doing. Miscellaneous section is the same, just some note paper. And then in the back, I still have like my stickers and some stamps that I need on the go. So this is my April. This is my April setup, not my March setup. And like I said, I mean, it's got the right amount of chunk to it without being overly chunky, and it has exactly what I need to be functional. And that's where I'm at now in my planner journey. Is I'm 48. I have a 2-year goal where I want to be by 50. And so I need to stop playing games and stop playing makeup in my planners and start actually using them for what they are. Again, no diss, no respect to people that still use stickers. It's just that I have to make sure that I hold myself accountable. And I just know where I was when I was using a lot of stickers, and it just kind of limited me from getting back in there. So if I just go in here and write, I go in here every day, either before I go to bed or the day of, and I write down everything that I need to write down, and it's been a lifesaver. So for those that are minimal planners, you know, that's probably the same page that you all are on. And you know, that's about it. I think for me, it's just all about the cover and the functionality of what's in the cover right now. Now, you know, if I get in my retirement phase when I don't have to worry about all that stuff, I might, you know, be a little more decorative, but you have to function based on where you are right now versus function based on what the trends are right now. And that's the stage that I'm in. I'm functioning on where I am right now. You know, that trendy stuff is not where I am right now. Some of the stuff is, but some of the stuff isn't. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give me a big old thumbs up, and as well drop me a comment below if you have any questions about anything. And as well, in the description box, I will link the name to each of the shops that I mentioned or showed you new inserts from those places. And as well, if you want that April freebie, make sure you check out my Instagram page. It is Life with CheKesha. Everything that's affiliated to this channel has the same channel name, Life with CheKesha, and it'll be listed under my highlights. I do actually have another freebie. I think I have 2 more freebies. I have the calendar, and I think I have 1 or 2 like dashboards that you can use. So make sure you go check that out. And as well, if you haven't already done so at this time, make sure you again go ahead and give me a thumbs up, click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss any of my videos. Until next time, loves, peace.